Way! Chat, before you do anything, before you watch the video or live or in the post-match, wish Kev a massive happy birthday. Kev, are you 50, lad? Yeah.
I'm not 50. I know there's a little bit showing on my beard here, as it's going along. I like to get out the Just for Men and comb it through. So that one, just for the stage, I'd say, nah, lads, look, it decides to go grey one week and it decides to go brown the next week, so it's not fully there yet. No, lads, I turned 40. I turned 43 today.
It sounds even better than your accent, lad. So happy day. 43. I hope you've had a very good day, mate, and massive thank you for coming on the show as always.
Absolutely.
Right, chat, if you are new around here and you want to hit that subscribe button and you enjoy today's episodes, quick shout out to anyone that is watching the video or has been over last week. Let's try and get these statistics up. At the minute, 55.9% of viewers of Anfield Road TV are not subscribed. So make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up to date on all the latest transfer news shows, pre-match build-up shows as well throughout the new season. It's going to be a very exciting week or 2 weeks anyway, because there's plenty of football to be played. And certainly the big priority, as we'll speak about tonight, is obviously the number 6, which basically what me and Kev said, I've been saying for the last 2 weeks, but obviously the very well paid journalists out there have got the much better scoop anyway. We'll speak about the GOAT of the sports footballing world anyway in a little second. But let's quickly get to the live comments as well. Big up there, Tom. Yes, the fellas. Big up there, Russell. Zubimendi rejected Arsenal and Barcelona, so it'll be weird if he joins as well, though, Russell.
I'd have to put my hands off for that. Why would it be weird if he joined us?
Are
Arsenal and Barcelona better than us at the moment?
No, it's not. We are the bigger team. So
we're the bigger team.
We are. Yeah, it's the bigger team in England as well, in comparison to Arsenal. Gary, how are we, lads? Hope you are well. But firstly, we'll get into the proceedings, as we always do in some in the episodes. Anyone that watches the lives, get your comments in live. We'll try and feature as many comments as we possibly can. Reply to them as well. Get engaged with the comments as we are live. But any comments, if you are watching on the repeat, we do try and feature the comments and obviously read them out as we go into the episode following as well. So quickly get to these 2 comments. Big up there, Tom Conley. Good show, lads. Hope the youngsters are okay. Spider, the team looked hungry and more physical into tackles and also around the box when defending corners. 2 areas where we have been soft in the underbelly, really, in big Norbert. We looked good against the Gunners and the Manx as well. Midfield is still a bit wanting, but Slop seems to have them playing cohesively. Quickly touch on what Tom's had to say there. He's spot on.
Yeah, he's spot on. But what I wanted to notice about that is that just even some of the Manx, I'm watching people's comments and I'm watching people how they're saying, and there was a couple of shows that were going on about Liverpool being a transition team now. The way they're playing or whatever. But I didn't like what I saw in the pre-season was if United tried to press us, Slot was shouting numbers like this. If you watch him at the side of the pitch, he was shouting it like that. So he's got setups drilled into the lads now that if a team pressures you a certain way, play it out a certain way. If a team doesn't press off you and you can move forward, you can see him, the hands are going the whole time as he's talking to him. And what I've noticed from that is that he's set up to say, right, we found an easy, if we do a simple thing like a transition football against United, we can bypass their entire press and free up more Salah or Carvalho on the left and right, and then we're gone. And then the lads are just backing them up in the midfield. And yeah, when we needed to go transition football, it wasn't because that's the way we're playing now, where it's more defensive and on a counter-attack. It's not. If United were really trying to press us in certain parts of the game, in that game.
And that's really good at Liverpool.
It is. That's a change of tactics. This is what we've been complaining about under Klopp for the last couple of seasons. I know we've been kind of like, not kind of really slating what happened with Klopp. We all know ourselves, lads. We dropped down. Everybody dropped off a cliff a bit in the team. Everybody dropped down in levels in the last couple of seasons. And we would have still loved if Klopp stayed on. We would have still loved it, but he'd have to go through another transit. He's seen it himself. He didn't want to rebuild the team again. And the team didn't want to be really rebuilt. They wanted new ideas and fresh ideas. So it was the right timing for everything. But in saying that, Slot's ideas coming in, when United were really, really pressing and it looked like we were about to lose the ball, we'd play it back, play it across in, and all of a sudden the long ball was going to Salah and he was away. So it's not really playing, this boring transition football. We're just knowing how to counter other. Yeah, we're learning how to be effective against other teams' presses and other teams' play. So that's what I'm seeing drilled into the players. So don't listen to anybody saying that Liverpool are trying to play basic football. If we decide we don't want possession in a game, it's because Slot in pre-season has been testing something, and because he's testing something, we'll play a certain way for a few minutes, even if we do give up possession, because he just wants to test it. That's all it is. So that's what I saw in pre-season.
Yeah, spot on, mate. And big up there, Tom. Massive thank you for the comments as well, mate. So let us know your thoughts on what Tom's had to say there, chat. He's spot on. But I'd agree there, Kev. And obviously, we've seen a bit of link-up play from Jota. The link-up striker, I think that's one critique that we've said, as every Liverpool fan said about Jota's game, that he couldn't massively improve as his link-up play. And if that's what Slot's going to do and get out of him, even better as well. But as Kev said there as well, chat, if we need to be a lot more effective in certain areas of the pitch, sometimes football is very simple. The maddest team I watched, especially over the last bloody 20 years, watching that Leicester side. It's football made so simple. Yeah, it might be a bit more route one, but the fastest way to go is getting the ball forwards and long, and then getting strikers on the end of it. When you got Jota, when you got Gakpo, you got Salah, and you very much got Núñez as well. So it's going to be exciting, mate.
Even at that, people are so focused on, ever since that Barcelona team, people are so focused on teams doing that all the time that they think that's the only way football can be played now. And it's not. If you got a skill set to get from back to forward really, really quickly and do it dangerously, it's probably the easiest and most deadliest way to play football. So if we have to go countering a press inside, I know we will press a lot, but when we don't have the ball and we're in a 4-4-2 drop back, if we can counter that with a long ball, bypassing their entire press, that's the best way and quickest way to do it. Yeah.
100% there now. As I said, hope you're better spider than the Salah diagonal ball. It's legendary as well, yeah. And especially when you've got Trent in the team, Kev and Jazz. Yeah. And you've got Trent, you've got Robbo, you've got Szoboszlai, McAllister? Who the hell? Yeah. Cauliflower, or I still thinking of it. Shut out.
It's like, George, you've got that poor lad in your head the other night from United that was left on a plate by Salah. Salah just bounced past him, Collier, was it? Yeah. Yeah. McCauliflower is what I was saying in the street.
Especially there we go. Eat your greens, everyone. Yeah.
That's what it is. Your man was kicking into Bradley all night and being a bit of a div, and then all of a sudden Salah just left him. Yeah, and just made him look right easier.
Yeah, baptism of fire, well and truly. Big up there, Gary. Elliott has been great. Yes, can't wait to see him, mate. Obviously, I think we've done that show this week as well, as when we spoke about him. He's going to be absolutely exceptional under Arne Slot in terms of the way he wants him to play. Big up there, Russell. Wasn't saying Liverpool weren't bigger, just saying that he's quite loyal to Sosa.
Fair enough.
Yeah, 100%.
I didn't, because a lot of people are saying right now at the moment that, because even similar to what Russell said there, it's because people have the mindset that Barcelona is a bigger side or more appealing side, and it's not. The Premier League in the last at least 10 years has been the best league on the planet, so everybody wants to go there now. It's the most money, the best league, so that's what. But even us as football fans, we still see the appeal, and even footballers see the appeal of going to play in Real Madrid and things. So, So apologies, man, if you thought I was just saying it was only that. But fair juice to saying that he could be loyal to Sociedad. I'd rather he stays loyal to a team as well. But if it means that we can pry him away, then it has to be a good proposal to say that it suits. Yeah, and I think because Sociedad's a well-run club, and he has to see what happens. Didn't we get Pepe Reina from there? Was that Pepe Reina's club? Or was that Alonso there? Was it? Or was Reina? Was he Villarreal? I don't know. It was one of those. I think Alonso was Sociedad, so he should be able to tell him as well. Coming to a team like Liverpool would be a similar setup, but more like a family club.
Yeah. And he'll be loved at Liverpool.
He will be loved at Liverpool,
properly. Especially if he's like, it depends how much Arne Slot and Hughes do. Whoever this 6 is, hopefully we wake up tomorrow morning and we get a more concrete name, really. Yeah. And it's going to be exciting there as well. Quickly get to Núñez needs to step up 100% there. Joe, big up there, mates. Russell Cavalier, he does, mate.
I agree.
Big up there, Matthias. Afternoon, mate. Hopefully everyone's had a very good Tuesday afternoon, whatever you've been up to. Evening looks like Liverpool and David Ornstein they find meaning of life, as they finally seem to have grasped what Everyone else in the universe knows Liverpool need the 6 and best. But yeah, Slot's not a. We said this, I mean, Kevin, when we spoke to you over the last couple of weeks as well. Slot's not stupid. He knows himself. He's watched that Liverpool team. He's probably watched Liverpool when we had Fabinho, one of the best number 6s in world football at that time. Like, and the number 6 position is so integral for well, it's always been an integral position in football since the creation of the position anyway itself. So we're one of them. Right, quickly get to Kelly's comments as well. With McAllister now back in training and Gravenberch having an impressive game against Manchester United, I fully expect Slot to play them both as the 2 deepest sitting midfielders in the next friendly against Sevilla and against Ipswich in our first game of the season. I think they both fit Slot's potent build-up style to a T, and would be a great foil for the 2 centre-backs to link the play up with. My guess is that the starting centre-back and deep midfield partnership against Ipswich will be Quansah, Virgil van Dijk, and McAllister and Gravenberch in support. Shall let us know what Kelly said there, but
it's like a reverse. It's like a reverse box when we used to go 3-box-3 with Clapp, and it didn't work. You could see that sitting there as a box, which allows Robbo and Trent to just disappear. So those 4 lads could just sit there like that with obviously McAllister being the more forward, and I think they can all push up on each other. I think it's going to be a testing time for the defense, because I think there's been too much space between our defense and our midfield in recent season, and I would rather that the defense pushed up to be almost their own number 6s when we're on an attack and getting ready to drop back into the 4-4-2 drop back. I'd rather Van Dijk and Quansah were there ready to clean up. If you have that tethered zigzag going across the park where they can play to each other, and then have all the lads up in front, you could have a really dominant attacking spread there, but with the lads stepping up. It means a high line, but if you've got Quansah and Van Dijk in your team, they have the ability to sprint back or just glide back pretty fast. So, but at least this time they'll have more protection with not being just high and the lads miles away from them. They'll have guys that are sitting there interchanging and playing. And I don't think it's just going to be anybody sitting there. I think McAllister would drop back. I think Gravenberch would drop back. I think once the space opens up, Szoboszlai would drop back. I think Trent will tuck in. I think this space is going to be occupied. I think the number 6 role is going to be spread. I know we're going to be looking for one now, but if we're going to be going to this box formation, I think it's going to be spread across at least 4 or 5 lads.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Big up there, Russell. Yeah, he isn't going to Barca, mate. Well, you never know, unless Barca pull another 100 million. I think before we go on air, they come out today. Apologies, shall be in where they are going for Dani Olmo. I think they was 60 million. So I think that wasn't a secret really that he was gonna, considering that Barca literally let him go for 5 million and a swap deal years ago. Barca did have him, but yeah, it's just
different position though. I don't know. Maybe it's just the money, the funding. They can't do it. They can only do one or the other. Maybe.
Yeah. 100%.
Maybe Almore is more important to him.
Yeah, big up there, Alan. Darwin is just until January to show up for me, boys. 3rd season plus his chaos was more suited to Klopp's football, not Slots.
I disagree there. I think that he can play. I think under Klopp's style, he was more to be played as a false 9. Rather than, I think you'll see Harvey Elliott drifting into the spot, you'll see Szoboszlai dripping into where number 10 is, and I think Darwin can stay further forward in this formation. If anything, he'll be on his own up there, whereas Salah and them boys will drop back looking for the underlapping runs. So the underlapping runs are going to be back on the slot. As you've noticed, you've probably seen, what's his name, Bradley running up inside Salah. You've probably seen Tsimikas running up on the inside of the lads and the outside of the lads. So the overlaps and the underlaps are back, which means that Salah and them are going to be dropping back into a more deadly position. I think Darwin is just going to have to wait and make early runs. I think if Trent can find him early, Szoboszlai can find him early, or Mackey can find him early, he's going to be making runs through on goal similar to the Newcastle game last season. But I agree with the saying that he has to start showing his worth, because if that kind of football is there and he's going to be getting the ball earlier than what he expects, then he's going to have to start putting him away. If he doesn't start putting him away, he's going to be moved on after the season. Yeah,
big up there, Alan. Massive thank you for your comment, mate, as well. Very much appreciated as always. Ricky, lads, how are we, fella? Hope you had a good day, mate. Is it 38 of you in here, chat? We can get that at least up to 30 likes. It'd be very much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you are new as well to keep up to date on all the latest transfer news related to shows until the end of the deadline. We try and get a video out today anyway, and we're usually live at 6 p.m. GMT most days as well, and the occasional watch along on Kev's channel as well, Spider LFC. And obviously on the Kitmen as well. Big things to come this season on that as well. I think I've more or less gone through the comments that were left on the last video. Just quickly rattle through these and then we'll get into the main topic and debate really in regards to obviously the position number 6. And we'll chat. This is where your engagement does come in as well. Get a couple of names into the comments that you'd like to see come into the number 6. Whether you think it could be feasible, if it's your dream sign for Liverpool as well, just go for it. Have a bit of fun anyway that you'd like to see play that number 6 for Liverpool. As we said last week, we more or less identified, would it be more of a destroyer? Obviously, a player that is very well advanced at just breaking up play and only that really and recovering it really well. But I think as we spoke about the last week or two, I think we've more or less decided and judging from slots football over, especially against Arsenal and Man United, I think the way in which he wants to control, as Kev said before, and when you spoke this week chat as well, a 6 that is very much comfortable on the ball, willing to just obviously firstly win the possession back, but most importantly thread that ball into the midfielders or a possible long ball with proper direction on the ball and with the right vision as well to their game. So it's going to be one of them, chat. Big up there, Wiggs. How are we, fella? Hope you had a very good Tuesday, mate. Thoughts on big up there, Gary. And chat, it is Kev's birthday, so wish Kev a very happy birthday in the comments as well for anyone just tuning in.
You just blanked me.
Who?
Wiggs.
Oh, it's
Wiggs just blanked me.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, man.
It's his birthday, Wiggs. Come on, you can't do him like that. Come on. There we go. He's disappointed. But chat, we'll get into the big news anyway. Your head's too big there, lads. Right. There we go. We'll get into the big news anyway, chat. Obviously, if you're just coming in from work or whatnot and you've missed and you haven't got social media anyway, know a lot of you don't really have Twitter or X or whatnot. But Ornstein come out this afternoon really with a big tweet. And I say big tweet because he is the king daddy, really. He is the don of football and journalism, really. When he tweets with meaning and with substance and with accuracy, really. They are what the big words that would very much go hand in hand with this fellow when it comes to reporting on football news. But in terms of his tweet, and obviously you can go into the full extent of the Athletics article if you do click the link in the description as well and check it out. And it's a very good piece. But in terms of just summary from what he said on Twitter, Liverpool's aim is to bolster Arne Slot, bloody hell, Arne Slot side by signing a new number 6 before the summer transfer window shuts. LFC's pursuing midfielder not currently playing in the Premier League. Position viewed as a market priority. Anfield and that plus more on other clubs. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, Kev. Prayers are hopefully going to be getting answered in regards to the number 6, mate.
In other news, water is wet.
Yeah.
I already knew this. We needed a number 6. Like you don't be a top club and not buy a player that's in that position. Now, whether it's going to be an out-and-out number 6, or I said it in one of the chats earlier, or a Declan Rice type number 6, which is more of a centre midfielder that can play the ball as well. So I think we need that kind of caliber of player in there. Mainly because Wataru can't do it on his own. He hasn't got the leg stretch. You need somebody who's a bit taller, a bit stretchier. Wataru can come on and clean up games and just be, the bulldog in there just to finish out like the last half an hour of a game or something like that. I think he'd be very happy to do that at Liverpool in his 30s. So I think we need somebody to come in there who's taller, who can win the ball in the air. No, not saying that Endo can't win the ball because he's well capable of a leap and clean up. But sometimes you want to be able to take McAllister off and give him a rest and take Szoboszlai off and bring on this guy and Wataru and then really shut up shop. And then you're talking about a good defensive unit in front of the two centre-backs. So, I it's a no-brainer for me. It's the position that we needed the most, or whatever about buying all of these wingers and all of we don't need them unless somebody leaves. So if Carvalho leaves, we still don't need one. If somebody else leaves, we still don't need one because there's still like 3 other people for that position.
Would you say I think we'd all agree, obviously go back 2-3 years ago, Liverpool's position or positions in the squad, the weakest area was always our midfield. Especially when Fabinho was in form, one of the best around, but when his form dissipated really, and obviously Hendo was legs went after about like the last 2-3 years, and obviously Ginny didn't really replace his position in the squad as well. Thiago, if he stayed fit, sound, but he was never fit. Ox was just there for vibes by the looks of it, and 150.
No more sick notes, man. I'm hoping it's Ederson, to be honest with you, because I think he's the all-round ball player. But obviously you'd like a Zubimendi, or you'd like as well. But you'd be happy with all of these guys. But I think personally, just to fit our kind of style, I think Ederson is probably the best bet out of all of them. I don't know whether he's moving though. I don't know.
Yeah, it'd be interesting what the remit is in regards to obviously the data in terms of, as we said before, Kev and chat. Kev's got a couple of the profiles that we'll have a little look into in the next 5 minutes. Anyway, you can share that screen, Kev, if you can.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can share. Who are we looking at first?
Well, firstly, you're probably wondering. Tchouaméni, you're probably like clicking on the video and the title and the thumbnail and going, "Are you mad? Real Madrid won't sell." He probably won't honestly sell, but he is still my dream. Like, if I had a dream, it would be him coming into our squad and very much. But say Liverpool went mad and went 80-100 million pound.
Dreams can come true. Look at me, babe, I'm with you.
Like that is. Here's some money, lads, to pay for Mbappe's wages. It is a dream.
He can just go FFF Super League. So he can do what he wants. So yeah.
Super League payment there, Perez. That's
normally the conversation I have with my wife as well. As if you don't know, my wife is Venezuelan, so the majority of times, if she can't understand something I'm shouting up the stairs, I just go FFF, and that's it. She's like, "You want what?" Anyway, yeah, Tchouaméni.
I thought you were doing just to repeat it, just give it a credit card, love. But keep it out. There we go. It sounds happy birthday, chap. Happy birthday from Wiggs there, fella. John.
Cheers, Wiggs. Eventually.
John. We did mention the Valencia goalkeeper, mate, on our last episode we done last night. So, John, definitely check it out. It was a bit of a weird link, but if we get him, sound. But obviously, it's
Mamardashvili.
Yeah, he's 23, so obviously long term. If we didn't get him, obviously he'd be the long term replacement for Alisson. That's what the rumours are stating, really. But we'll find out. Might just be another link with Liverpool, and really no substance really to that. Big up, Matthias. Everyone's saying happy birthday, mate. I can only see a couple of sixes that have that quality that Liverpool are seeking, and particularly one is standing out as clear favourite for mine. But FSG, Matthias, I'm hoping that you followed that up, mate. Matthias, who's your? Quickly to cover that. Sorry, there, Kev. He's went Ederson maybe, but he is right now not even the first choice in the Brazil national team. Yeah. Doesn't matter though. Kev, go on.
Yeah, it's for me. I did share the screen for the Tchouaméni one just while we're at it, but it's for me he's the least one obvious that we're going to go for. I think it's too much money to bring a guy out of Madrid for the amount of money that he went in for, and also his value. He's currently on 240,000 a week euros without really playing every single week. When he was doing it. So and yeah, like how many minutes did he get? I don't even know what it is. Matches played 27 out of all the games Real Madrid played last season. If you're talking about Real Madrid and going for Champions Leagues and going for that, you're talking 60 games. It's you're playing 27 games. That's less than Jota.
Yeah, I know what as I know said to you, Kevin in chat, as I said there. I know we probably won't get him, but if money was no object, and we know Real Madrid do like a lot of money, so say if we get Tchouaméni and then we give them 100 million. And then them in repeat going.
The value's not there though, Jack. The value for 100 million is not there. He's worth at the moment about 45 million for the games he's played and what he's done there so far. Yeah. And that's 50 million max if you're going to if you're going to spread it out. But he went for more. They want him for more than that, and they're not going to sell him for less.
I just want us to finance them getting Rodri. I'm thinking them to go and get Rodri off City. That's what
I'd rather pay the 100 million and Camavinga.
He's more the box, isn't he?
But that's what we need in a slot side of formation. We can all dream about the out and out number 6, but we need that kind of ball playing number 6, that box to box player. We kind of need that kind of guy.
Yeah, when we spoke about the distribution first of all in the 6 as well, that's why I still want him as well. It's when he gets the interceptions, and we spoke about. We had a look. Go and check out our little suggestions last week, chat. We had a little look, a deep dive in terms of a variety of profile of number 6s, and you look at the fella that he's similar to in terms of statistics. Zubimendi, who we will get onto in a little second, because I know a lot of Liverpool fans out there like his profile of a midfielder to come. Probably be certainly a bit more achievable in regards to Liverpool getting him. But in terms of Tchouaméni,
he reminds you the most of Mascherano.
Yeah. 100%. In terms of the passes completed there, Kev, can you just zoom in 1 or 2?
Yeah, of course I can.
So I'm going to see there we go. Yeah, nice one. In terms of the passes completion, in terms of he's in the 13th percentile, and obviously pass completion as well. So when everyone does think about a number 6, it's winning that ball back quite quick, but most importantly, what you do with that ball, Kev, in all honesty, getting that into your strikers and your midfielders and getting really out, and that transition is very much sped up a lot more quicker.
The difference with that though, Jack, is it's pass completion, but it's not progressive passes. So his pass completion is great, which is like Curtis Jones, but the progressive you super important if you want him to be dominant going forward. 58 percentile is not good enough to be a progressive passer. He needs to be a lot higher than that.
Get your next suggestion up there, everyone. But just quickly rattle through a couple of these comments as well. Wiggs, Michelle Keegan, doesn't mean I get it, but Wiggs, if you were worth 4 billion, no, lad, I'll tell you what, could have helped. But like Liverpool were worth 4 billion. Apparently to FSG anyway. Edison, he's gone with.
Going with the least obvious.
Bastoni, Edison, Gordon will be a great window for me. 100%, man. That'll be lovely, jubbly. Cavalier was hungry to do well as well. Yeah, it's a big question mark, as we know. Russell and chat, we spoke about this week. Obviously, with the news coming out last night of a Southampton interest as well. But if we can create a bidding war, then sound. I tell you what, if we could somehow squeeze 35 million out of Carvalho, that would help massively.
Easily.
In terms of getting a number 6 or an extra additional player in another position as well. Edison maybe, but he's not right as well.
I'd like to see Carvalho being given the opportunity, because I think he's been left out in the cold of it for the last couple of seasons. So if he was given one season to try out and then rose his value, but then you're pretty much telling Gakpo, who's probably one of the best players in the whole European tournament, that you're under threat from a guy that didn't have football much.
I think would you say
you're kind of have another Alonso, Gareth Barry situation there, So
I think there's more strings to Gakpo's bow, though, mate. I think
I think so. Yeah.
You can play through the middle. You can even play as a 10 as well with the right coaching. Might that be? I
would keep Carvalho as a good squad player.
Yeah.
So he's a better outlet at the moment than what Luis Diaz is offering. And Luis Diaz is brilliant with his feet. He's just not got that final distribution or final finish to his game yet. Well, since Klopp, we haven't seen him under slot. So, but when you pay that kind of money, the easiest scapegoat to get rid of is Carvalho. And if you can get 35 million for him, then it's the easiest out for Liverpool. So that's what the club is looking at from that angle. We as fans, we can turn around and say what we want, but that makes the most sense to them. Is to try and keep their biggest investments.
Yeah, 100% there, mate. Benson, big up there, mate. Good to see a couple of new faces. Hit that subscribe button, chat. Smash that like as well. 40 people on here. There should be at least 40 likes on the video. You're absolute legends. If you haven't already done so, make sure you head over to Spider LFC as well on YouTube and all the other social media platforms, TikTok and everything as well. Give Kev all your support as well. It has to be between Alan Varela from Porto and Edison from Atalanta as well. Right, Kev, get your suggestion up there. Right, we'll get to Kev.
I have a list of people that are up there. So like my suggestion is one I said earlier, but this is the stats on Frenkie de Jong.
Yeah, and chat.
Frenkie.
I know what you're all saying. Frenkie de Jong. what are you chatting, Wham, for? But this is be my dream 6 and 6, 8, whatever you want to class Frenkie de Jong is. But in terms of what we want to play as well, chat, and you can go back years, like on the channel, you know me, chat. Quickly summarize. I think if the way in which Liverpool want to be playing, if we want to play a bit more progressive, a bit more on the ball, a lot more control in terms of destroying teams from a passing statistic, he is probably one of the best in the world of very much doing that. I think his balance is good in terms of obviously defensive, like his defensive side of the game, but that's where, in terms of where he excels, as we all know, is that progressive passing, obviously the progressive carries as well. So when he does receive the ball, he's got that ability to bypass a man or bypass one or two players.
He's more your box to box. More so than Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni's more sitting there, which is why you see his tackles and his interceptions aren't there that much. Clearances are good, so he gets back to the box and clears in front of the defense. But it's this is the difference in the turnover from Tchouaméni to De Jong. So like he had 94%, and this guy's got 99 percentile. But his progressive passes is 96, and his carries are 97. So he's able to hold the ball while allowing the lads to drive on in front of him.
Yeah, I've completely forgot about the wages chat. Nice one there.
Yeah.
So he's on crazy wages.
Yeah.
But if he actually wants to start winning trophies in terms of his career, you'd like to hope he would. Oh my lord!
He's at 721,000. This is why we're saying it's the least likeliest.
Oh yeah. Sorry, just my FSG have probably sat there watching, going, "Nah, we want to DM that is on 20 grand."
I think he's made his money now. I think he can come to a club now and prove himself, and probably drop down to 250 to 300k a week, right? And then play actual football. And then, he can go off into the sunset to the Dubai League or whatever it's called, the Saudi League, at the end of his career if he wanted to. But he's only 27. He's got a good 5-6 years of top quality football left in him.
I honestly apologise to you, Kev, and everyone watching. I did not know he was on that amount of money.
Oh, yeah, he's on huge. This is why I put the least likely at the front.
No wonder Man United wanted to get him. We probably would have given him $1 million a week. That is ridiculous. But if he wants to actually start winning trophies and be a lot more appreciated, then sounds. But next, chat. We'll quickly get to a couple of comments as well. Big up there, Gerson. Bastoni, Zubimendi, Varela, and Gordon as well. Big up there. LV, hope you're well, mate. Nah, you're the legends, chat. Everyone that tunes in every single night, or even the legendary subscribers from like 7 years ago as well. Better late than never, Kev. There we go. I think I must have kept a comment there anyway. But
who was that?
Big up there, mate.
Better late than was it?
That was Wiggs.
Oh yeah, true.
Big up there, Benson. Yeah, but Liverpool won't break the wage. 100% there, mate. That's my fault, lads, in terms of the Frenkie de Jong one. I should have really checked his wages, especially when we've got FSG as our owners. We know what they're like. Lend me a $5, lads.
When is that wage cap coming in?
It's meant to have come in about 10 years ago, but it's and speaking of wages, chat, it looks like the Alvarez was a thing today before we go on air. Is Alvarez refusing to go to Atletico Madrid because he's not willing to drop his wages? The modern day footballer. It's not like he's
and Gallagher's doing the same.
Is he?
Gallagher's he's supposed to be. He was given till today or something to be in Atletico Madrid, and he's not turned up or something in Madrid. So something's going on there. I don't know.
Might have went on holiday. You never know. Let's get away from the English weather as well. Yeah, apologies there, chat. That's ridiculous there. Big up the 22 months to Doug as well. You're absolute legend. Big up, massive thank you for the support as well, mate. Happy birthday, Kev. Looking forward to Sunday, lads. 100%, mate. 100%. Slit the stats. There you go. Stiller chat. Stiller. Sounds like a beer, a bevy or whatnot. But chat, as I said, we will go into a bit more. If anyone just tuning in, we'll quickly recap on them to the big news story this afternoon. The big David Ornstein Liverpool aim to bolster on the shot side by signing a new number 6 before the summer's transfer window shuts. LFC's pursuing a midfielder not currently playing in the Premier League, position viewed as a market priority at Anfield, which is absolutely fantastic stuff. But quickly there, Kev, we'll get up
I got Stiller there that he asked about. I think it's Angelo Stiller, yeah? Or is it Lou? Is it the other guy?
So Wiggs, what's the first name? Oh, Angela.
Angelo, I think it's Angelo. Well, that's the guy I'm thinking because he's a DM, right? So that's what I'm looking at.
That one.
Yeah, so from Stuttgart. I'm right. Let me have a look. Yeah, Stuttgart, that's him. He's only on 25 grand a week.
Oh, there Euros. We go. Perfect.
So it's 19, but that's only about £19,000, something like that. £18,000. Laughing.
FSG will be knocking on his door in a minute. How old is he in terms of?
He would be 23. All right.
So get your suggestions in. We'll have a little gander in terms of statistics and how much wages they're on. But
he's another box-to-box type. But he's more of a sitting centre midfielder than a 6. He is a DM, but he's more of a sitting one.
There's certainly potential in there. Like in terms of when you compare it, in terms of statistically wise, McAllister's ranked 6 in terms of similarities, in terms of the data as well. In the last 365 days, playing in the Bundesliga, Stuttgart will have Champions League football this season as well. So that will be a big, I think, it's Stuttgart. That's Stuttgart. So you never know. Want to keep an eye on there, Wiggs. Interesting suggestion there, mate. What nice one for dropping that in. I'll tell you what. But go on to the next one. Chat, names that if we haven't got them on our list, we'll quickly have a little gander on them as well.
So I'm going by like the least likely to the most likely. So the next one we have is there you go.
I'll get the next one. Sorry there, Kev. There we go.
Take it away.
All good. Right. So fill us in regards to not just me, Kev, or anyone watching or anyone just tuning into. What's the situation regarding Newcastle at the minute? I think when we were saying
he's supposed to be going to United, I know he's not or something. So I don't know what's going on at the moment. So I can probably I'll get a link up here about it. But I haven't been. Once I see a player linked with another team like that, I don't kind of tend to follow it. But it's more than likely there's 4 kind of really likely ones that'll be that'll be coming, and it would be probably the 4th likely out of all of those to come to Liverpool. So it all depends really what suits where he wants to play.
Yeah, I think. See what his wages are, so we're not surprised.
So, yeah.
Obviously, you know
his wage. It's not even showing his wages here. That's what I think. Secret.
It's a bit concerning.
Yeah, but he's at Paris Saint-Germain, so he's probably on 250 to 280, even 300k a week, I'd say. So it's not likely for Liverpool to go for a player like this, unless he's willing to drop his wages. Because Liverpool like to keep, even if they're a big time player, they like to keep him around 160,000, 140 to 160,000 a week, and then raise them to like the 210 to 250,000 after they've proven themselves over a season. I mean, Darwin Núñez is still on like 90 to 110k a week, as a main striker for Liverpool, kind of coming through. Jota is kind of around a similar money. He's 130 or something like that. So Trent, who's our vice captain, is only sitting on 180 for a year, or like when he went up to 180 eventually, and like he'll go a max of like 220. So
he's probably will be 24 this coming year.
Yeah.
So if you give him bloody hell, excuse me, chat. If you give him a 5-year deal, he'll probably be on that, and hopefully give it 2-3 years. Excuse me, chat. Sorry.
He is a proper sitting number 6, so he's an interceptor and a tackler. So he will battle for the ball in the middle of the park. So he is another type of Mascherano style player. He's got a good pass completion, but he's a pass tempted. But his progressive passes means that he does tend to pass across and back rather than forward. So maybe that'll change in his game if he comes to Liverpool. But he's more of a clean-up artist where he takes the ball off the middle of the park, lays it back to the defence, and then allows them to bypass the midfield. So I don't know if that suits Slat's style, but we'll see.
Pick up there, Panoff. Yeah, obviously Chat's just filling us in there as well. What apparently Charlie said, and Russell said wanting in around 60-odd million more money as well. But want to keep an eye on Chat, because if he doesn't come to Liverpool or United, I think he will come to the Premier League, whether that be Newcastle or even, I was going to say Arsenal, but they got Declan Rice, but he probably, it wouldn't surprise me even a Villa. Like Villa have got bare dollar in the bank. They need to be a bit more consistent as well. And I think with the manager of Unai Emery's quality, certainly they can attract a lot more better pedigree of players, really, in the new season. Have you got a new player coming up there?
Yeah, a new one coming up here. Lad from Luis Diaz's old neck of the woods. It's a recent, it's more a recent one. More of attacking kind of player in this kind of out of all of these guys. But he's
Porto, is it that
Porto, yeah. So we've been linked to him there recently. So it's supposed to be Ugarte, then him, and then there's two more. I think that's more likely to come than these guys. But yeah, he's been linked a bit recently. His passes, his pass completion and progressive passes not too bad. 87 and 87 in the league like that. Where they're Porto have been not defending more recently, but they've been they've had to counter a lot more recently, which means the ball's getting bypassed with him a lot. But yeah, his tackles and interceptions for a 6 and blocks are awful, to be honest with you, as a number 6. 16 percentile is not good if you're going to have this guy sitting in a number thing. Yeah. So yeah, I think so. I think so. Yeah. So I'm saying these are least likely to more. This is why I'm saying Real Madrid won't get rid of them. Frenkie de Jong is 722,000 a week. There's no chance he's coming. Then you're coming along to your Ugarte, which is more likely a destination for United. But we're just saying a possibility because of what we need, and we're just going by stat wise. And then you've got Varela, who's on his way to PSG. I think so. All depends on where Ugarte is going.
Yeah, just take the big wages, in all honesty. Yeah. Big wages in football now, just ridiculous.
I don't even know what's there. I'll get onto the next guy here now.
Chat, big up there. We got him up, obviously, due to demand in the chat as well. I'm going to sit here and say I haven't seen much of him. Probably watched about 5% in the last 5-10 years. I've not seen any football, from being honest, of him at Porto. But you have a lot more of yous have, but interesting statistics there, Kev. Chat, get a couple of recommendations as well. We'll have a little gander at Edison as well, Dero, in a little bit. Do you want to get the next one up?
He's already up, yeah. Ready to go. So yeah, this is the next guy, Zubimendi.
This is the profile that we did look at, chat. If you go and check out our video that we done last week, we had a little look at Zubimendi. Really promising, Kev, and as you know, chat.
Promising. Yeah, I mean, it's promising. Like if you look up here, he's on 50. Well, just call it 58,000 euros, which is 50 grand a week. Let's say that he's 25, so he's a bit older than a couple of the lads that are on the list. But he's again more of a box to box than he is an out and out. But he's kind of similar to Wataru Endo in how he clears the ball and wins aerials for his size. But he can throw in a tackle, and he's got to give. He's just, you put him in with better quality of players like you've seen in the Spain squad, then he's he ups his game another level. So I can see those stats kind of increasing dramatically if he if he was playing in a team like Liverpool. So yeah, he's a big possibility. He's not as probably like on the list so far. Frenkie de Jong is obviously the best quality out of all of them so far. But it's just, and the best stats. But, there's a reason why he's on that stupid amount of money, to be honest with you.
Sad, really. But big up there, chat. I'll tell you what, however, as I said there, 350 grand. No, 350k a week, sorry there, chat. Even FSG can afford that as well. It's just another name, no, chat. But I think the most promising, Kev and chat, that we've seen from Ornstein's tweet today was it's someone outside the Premier League, so it could be a Zubimendi, or even better if it's a player that majority of Liverpool fans even haven't identified. But it's looking really promising. The most important thing is we get the quality in to very much. I think this player will be the linchpin. It'll be the conductor of the orchestra, to say the least. Anyway, receiving that ball in the centre of the park, whether it be Zubimendi or another player coming in, getting that ball and just either spraying balls or just laying the balls off. Not just a case of laying it off, but an incisive through ball or a little chip ball over the top. And then Liverpool's game will very much flow then. I think if we can complement that, Kev, whoever comes in with the likes of McAllister a bit to his left, and then Szoboszlai on the right as well. It's just getting that right balance. It would strengthen us twofold, really, so much.
Yeah, but you also have to take into account that if Slot is going to play the way he played using Gertruda and similar to what Klopp used with Trent, you're going to have Trent popping into that position to help him, which will free up Szoboszlai and Elliott, and that means Salah's going to tuck inside. You're going to have the lads running up him on the outside, maybe a bit more. You're going to have the underlapping runs from the likes of Trent and all of that, who's hopefully going to get forward a bit more. I just don't know what Slot's going to do with Trent, to be honest with you. So that's the thing for me. But I've got the last guy up here ready to go anyway.
Let's quickly go through all these comments as well. It's not a player from the Premier League. That's we already know as well. Especially as well, though, Kevin and chat. When you think about it, and we spoke about it this week, building up to tonight's episode, is say if we do get hypothetically, we're all speaking hypothetically now, 35 mil or 30 million minimum for Carvalho. Say we get 15 to 20 million for Endo. Seth Vandenberg, if we somehow can squeeze a team for 15 million, that would be great. I know it might leave us short, but we're not losing a big senior player, in all honesty. That is where City and any other great sides over the last 25 or since football's began is you strengthen on those type of players. And that's when you can make that step up, really, and be a lot more consistent, be a lot more dominating, and bring an overall quality within the squad, Kev, and raise.
I wouldn't sell Endo unless we were promoting Martin. If we were promoting Martin to come in as an understudy for whoever's going to be down to number 6, I know Bajcetic is capable of doing it as well. So, but he's already going to be there. I wouldn't have Bajcetic on loan. I think he can develop now as well. I'd keep him. Yeah, I'd definitely give him game time in the cups and stuff like that this season, and bring him on for rest McAllister. Jones and McAllister can rotate. You can bring on. You can nearly in some games you can nearly rest McAllister a lot more at the start of the season, and just have him build up his fitness as he's going along, because he's only just back. But we're going to have to rely on these youth players for the first 6 games of the season, really, until the other boys are up to scratch. This is why we're having 2 games on the same day on the 11th, because the second team that's there from Liverpool is going to play behind closed doors to catch up with the fitness. So but anyway, I've got the stats up from the most likely candidate. Yeah, well, I've other guys there as well that chat have suggested, but I'm just putting up the last.
Yeah, main one. Big up there, Gary. Could be an option, Gary. And as we said, I'm just so excited because if Arne Slot does what his remit is you look at him in training, he's got his whistle and he's a proper head coach. He'll be on the training ground and just telling players exactly where they need to be. And that's promising for the young lads. I think Conor Bradley, I'm excited to see where the future does lie. I know he's got Trent in front of him, but I think long term, it will look promising, really, because there will be games, Kev, where Trent is needed down that right, and there will be games where Bradley is needed down that right. Tactical point.
That's rotation. At right back, we've got the more City-like team when it comes to the positions. I think we're still a bit lacking in left back. But Costa surprised me in the preseason. He played well, but I don't know if he can just step up into the Premier League and do it. If Robbo gets injured, I worry about that position. But we always have Big Joe Gomez if we don't sell him to come in and do the job there, because we know he's capable of doing that job down the left back. And if we're going to be the more dominant team in any of the teams that we're playing against, then it's not a position that we're going to have to worry about too much for the rest of the season. If Joe can come in there and cover Robbo, but then if Slot doesn't trust Tsimikas. So I don't know. For me, I would definitely, after getting into number 6, I would look at it at a left-sided. Ignacio would have been lovely, or David Hanko would have been lovely to come in and just be a utility player if Gomez was to leave. And and I don't think we're going to get rid of Rotaro, but if he was to leave, we're definitely going to have to get in number 6, promote one of the lads, and then get in a utility player.
Yeah, Charlie said there.
He is. I'm not sleeping on him at all. I think he's going to be great.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Wouldn't it be wonderful as well, Kevin, if he can save us 20-30 million as a option as well? So the thing is, if you're going into the League Cup, the League Cup and the FA Cup, and even was going to say Europa League, but we're not in that this season. My God. But if you look at those two lads in midfield for the cup games, it's really promising. You know, you got Bradley, and then you got Costas if he stays, and then the other not just squad players, but the overall squad does improve as well. So because Gakpo, Jota, Diaz, they all need to be a bit more consistent in terms of, obviously Arne Slot will be wanting to play them a bit more consistently. So the places within the squad will be there, and I think if anyone wants to be winning trophies, that's why you come to a club like Liverpool as well, clubs like City or whatnot in the Premier League. You want to be competing for the top talent and most importantly, European glory as well. Liverpool, the best English side in Europe. Our history's there. So unless you're not going to the likes of obviously AC Milan, then obviously they're a very long way from where they used to be. But in terms of the second best opportunity, I'd say Kevin. That's just me being a bit biased, but if you can't go to Real Madrid, if you want to win the
greatest,
League, you come to Liverpool to win Europa.
The greatest. We don't even need to mention AC Milan. You know, they beat us once with, and we beat them once with. So we're okay.
I'm still better after that 07 final.
07, yeah, nuts. But like, yeah. But look, I don't know if we could have done it twice. They still had a great side, AC Milan, but like, you know, they're at the time in 2005, there was no better team in the world than the AC Milan that was out there, and we beat them in the final after being 3-0 down. This is why it'll always be the good. No, don't let any other support or tell you that there's a better final out there. I don't care about United and Bayern Munich when Bayern Munich were nowhere near the level of AC Milan as a team. And, you know, it was a scrappy game, and yeah, they won it in the end. It's because, you know, Bayern Munich took too long to break down, to be honest with you. They were nowhere near as good as them lads. There's a few finals out there, but there's nothing. It's like the two greatest games in pretty much Champions League history are both involving Liverpool. So, yeah.
Right, I'll tell you. Straight to the final one there, Kev. Have you got them up?
I have.
There we go, chat. So this is probably the most likely, or I think judging from the popularity in the comments, not just tonight, but in terms of last couple of weeks as well. Wage-wise, sounds 41 grand, probably go up to about 60, 70, 80 if he was to come in at Liverpool. How old is he, Kev?
He'll get 90 to 110,000. He'll double his money if he comes, and that'll be no problem for Liverpool to come in. He's currently 25 years of age.
So coming in with probably the last big contract in his career. But if he does well, if he comes in, he'll obviously get an upgrade as well. But I didn't watch a lot of Atalanta, Kevin, being honest, and I'll say to you, chap, but I did watch them in the latter stages of the competition, especially after knocking us out anyway. And congratulations to them, beaten by a Leverkusen, who were everyone's obviously favourites to win that competition.
He's a cutout man, Ederson. He's a very good cutout man. So, like, when we have progressive pass, he's the guy that stops people having progressive passing stats.
I think in terms of player style as well, though, Kevin, it's that tenacity, really, the speed over, like, 5'10", that, like when we used to have Mascherano, he was probably the best, well, he was the best in Europe at that time in terms of just snuffing out a bit like, well, Rodri's that big and he's that quick over the ground, but it's that clear vision of just intercepting that ball so much quicker, but it's what
I'm looking at compared to everybody else, and the thing is the where's it saying? Is it showing here? No, it's not, but it's showing it down here for me, so I can calculate it on that. So everybody else that we've looked had an average of 2,200 minutes to 2,700 minutes or whatever like that. This dude is nearly on 3,800 minutes, so he's done a lot. He played a lot more time, a lot more football, and still kept the stats at a high level. It's great seeing everybody at 2,000 and odd or whatever that, and seeing him up in the 90 percentile or whatever. But this guy's done it over the season, and he's got 87 percentile in non-penalty goals. So he gets up there and wins a few headers and a couple of shots at the edge of the box, so which is good. His tackles are 77 percentile. His interceptions are the king here. So that's what he's really good at, is 85. You know, and in a league that they tend to pass up the wings a lot rather than control the midfield in Italy, that's very good. So he's even getting out wide now. Imagine when they're trying to play through the middle in the Premier League, and he'll cut it off a lot easier there because he doesn't have to run as far.
Yeah, so an interesting name there, chat. Do I personally think, or probably, I don't think we'll get him, but I'll be very content with having him, and being honest, Kev.
I think 45 million we get him.
Yeah, I don't think he'll cost an arm and a leg, really.
No, 45 million, let's say, let's split the middle and say 100 grand a week. He's laughing. Yeah, to come in. Another guy that Russell mentioned there a while ago. I don't know if it's up here, but I can probably present this one. Bang, and this guy just kid though, I see. Yeah, Emil Richardson, if that's the guy that he's animal. Yeah.
Is he 6'5"? He's a big lad, isn't he?
Yeah. 185 centimeters, 22 years of age. And he's Moroccan. He's on less than 7,000 euros a week, so he's on about 5k a week. So whatever that is, not 5.5, just over 5.5k a week.
300 grand a week.
No, a year. Yeah, that's not even in there. It's 200 grand pounds.
That's still crazy for the average Joe out there, really. For all of us, like
he's playing. Who's he playing for? He's playing for Nice in France. So I mean, that's
Monaco.
He's got good goal percentage, huh? His blocks are very good, 91. His clearances are very good.
How many
aerials? 13. So he's played. Let me see. You should say the stats up here. So 1,300 now. So yeah, he's played pretty much. It's probably like a breakout season for him, more than anything else. So
said new name to me, not really a City and saves.
Probably similar amount of time that Conor Bradley played for us last season, mainly a bit less, I'd say.
So an interesting name there, Wiggs, I think it was, or was it Russell? Whoever's just mentioned them, big up there. Another one of them names, but certainly a young French talent that is certainly on the rise. Another one to keep an eye on. Let's get to all your comments as well. But nice one for the suggestions as well, chat. The future looks bright. Some Charlie, some very good British kids coming through on a regular basis. 100%, mate. Morton and Bajcetic need to improve physically. I think Bajcetic, he's stopped growing now because he obviously the last 12 months he had that injury, but I think even himself he's shot up. But I think Russell, I think he just needs a bit more.
Bradley bulked out of it as well.
Yeah, 100%, mate. There we go. Morton and Bajcetic need a world-class DM to learn from. 100% there, Wiggs. Chat just saying Morton and Bajcetic are both excellent talents. But I think that the statement today indicates that LFC still wants another number 6 as well. Another option there, Russell. There's a lot of movement in AC Milan at the minute. I think if it was Forams going there, the Nice midfielder, I think it was. So, but yeah, another one there. But yeah, 100%. The Gazwigs, do you want them from there? 20 or thereabouts, let them improve. 100% there. I think what would you say in terms of conclude there, Kevin? Chat, let us know. I think probably the best profile would be between the ages of like 24 to probably about 26, would you say? In terms of like the profile age of bringing a number 6 in?
Yeah, look, for me, this is why I'm saying Ederson is right there on the money. For what he can do is his ability to hold onto the ball and play the 1-2s in the middle of the park and also clean up and intercept, which is why I think he's the most... Zubimendi is kind of suited as well because it allows other guys to push right up on the defence. And some of our biggest problems were being stuck in front of a wall of people most times when Klopp was still in charge. Yeah. And just passing it. Whereas you need your McAllisters, you can see now that Harvey Elliott's ability to dink a ball over the top as lads are making runs through. There's no more having to pass through, fellas. We've got guys now on the pitch that can dink balls and curl balls round and do whatever needs to be from the midfield. So now we're going to be far more dangerous, especially if our DM is capable of doing it as well, which is what he is able to do. But yeah, you want to be able to cut a pass as well. He can do it. So can Zubimendi. These will be two probably the best suited to our style of play out of all of them. Tchouaméni and De Jong and Ugarte are all really kind of like pipe dreams, but I actually prefer Ederson and Zubimendi over a couple of those lads, to be honest with you. Outside De Jong would be a good call as well.
Yeah, 100% there, mate. Chat, it's still 25 of you in. You're absolute legends. If you just discover the channel as well, make sure you do hit that subscribe button. 55.9% of viewers at Anfield Road TV haven't hit the subscribe button, so everyone just checking out the videos or whatnot, make sure you do put your bell notification on as well when you do subscribe. We'll be live majority of the days at 6 p.m. UK time or 6:30, depending on obviously the day today. But stay tuned on the channel in around that time. But for anyone tuning in still at this point and is watching on the replay, do let me and Kev and chat know your recommendations, really, and your comments. And of course, we will feature them in tomorrow's episodes as well. So get your comment read out live in the comments as we do go on as well. But Kev, massive thank you for on, mate. Have a lovely rest of your birthday, mate. Chat, if you haven't already wished Kev a very happy birthday, do so before we do shoot off. You got much plans this evening, mate?
Yeah, I'm gonna chillax. I'm gonna have a bit of I haven't had a cake in so long. Because of being on the keto diet and all of that, so I couldn't have really much sugar or whatever like that. But I'm about to have like a big slice of Black Forest gâteau with a little candle in it, and I'll enjoy that tonight. And
all to yourself, hopefully.
Yeah, I'll be a massive fatty and just sit there and eat it. So I think so. I'm off the drink for another few weeks, so I won't be able to enjoy a beer. A buddy of mine is going to be calling down to me, I think, on the 16th. And on the 16th, in 10 days' time, I'll be able to sit down, relax, and enjoy a beer. So I haven't had a beer since like the end of June or something.
Sounds like relax with a cuppa or whatever beverage, lads. Chat, as I said, please do head over to obviously Spider LFC as well. Obviously the Kitmen and obviously Spider Gaming as well. All the links are in the description. So
it's not called Spider Gaming, but Jack keeps calling it Spider Gaming.
Go on, plug it, lads.
Yeah, it's Irish Spider Guy is right. If you want to go to YouTube and Twitch and all that, you'll find me at Irish Spider Guy, especially for gaming. Twitch, I'm Irish Spider Guy for everything over there, football, game, and everything. On Facebook, I'm just Spider, and on the football side and stuff, everything is Spider LFC. Right. Let's follow me. If any of you are on TikTok, go to TikTok, find Spider_LFC. Find it, because if I get to 1,000 followers there, which is about, I'm around 700 there now at the moment. If I get to that, I can go live on TikTok, which means it's handier for my phone. I can just go around and do a couple of lives a day and just sit there and chat a load of waffle to everybody if I wanted to. So that'd be pretty cool to do.
You can become an NPC, lad. An NPC like.
What's one of those things?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
So there you go. You can watch Kev dance and big dance as well when you sat there.
What is wrong with those people? What is wrong with the people that give them money?
Yeah, they earn about 100k a week. Like, it is crazy money on TikTok. Fair play if you want to do that.
Somebody throws them a rose and they're sitting there going, slouchy.
That's like 70.
I swear, I want to be the person that appears on camera with a punch straight through the side. Or the one that just appears with a punch coming in the side of the face. Do you ever see these people that are like that are streamers, but they're really obnoxious, and all of a sudden you just see a hand coming in over the screen and smacking them in the face? I want to be that guy.
No, we don't.
That guy on camera
on the channel anyway.
Oh look, that's Hawk Tour Girl is the latest banter. She's been great crack. So but
it's don't get me. It's just don't get me started.
It's good. That's banter. That's fun. At least she's not sitting there kind of going, slushy. Whatever the hell that is. What the hell is that crap? Yeah, Charlie, I was going back to Call of Duty 4. I was number 1 in the world for a short period of time when I used to play Search and Destroy. It was the biggest score. It was the biggest scoring game. So whoever played Search and Destroy was always up the top. So it was me, Ellie2, Christopher Eyes, being a fair player. But I don't play COD these days much. I'm more of a PUBG player. But when I go back on it, I still wreck it.
Yeah, there we go. Massive thank you, Kevin. Enjoy your birthday, lads. Charlie, don't ask him any more comments about COD, lads. He'll be here for that for now.
Nah, it's easy.
Nice.
Back in the days before it was made easier and aim assist came in.
There we go. Hopefully we get a bit of aim assist in the transfer market where we go, let's get that number 6 in. But chat, massive thank you for tuning in. Have a lovely rest of your Tuesday evening, whatever you get up to. And if you are watching this on Wednesday morning or afternoon or on Friday, let us know your thoughts. Drop a like, subscribe as well. I think Kev might get a slushy in a minute. Chat, enjoy your evening. See you tomorrow at 6 p.m. And Kev might start the show tomorrow doing that. So there you go. Slushy.